Meghan McCain, you have comfortably bashed Joe Biden, who knows you on a personal level. Hell, you even got his cell phone number. And the fact that you think that they gonna call your behind so you can do some campaign to encourage your party and other people, because it's not the Republican Party, I'm gonna get to that, to take this damn poo-poo vaccine, you gotta be out your mind. Hi, welcome to JOA. If you're new to my channel, please click that subscribe and click that bell. I know you new that's watching. Subscribe and click the bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload. Icebreaker question: would you hire Meghan McCain to do a promotional campaign for this vaccine? Let me know in the comments below. I certainly wouldn't. Patreon.com/JOA. Y'all, I'm trying to buy me a camera. I was at Best Buy today, and it took me so much not to tell it. Y'all always say I get into stuff, but I'm not even going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it on my second channel, JOA TV. Subscribe to there as well. I want you guys to watch this clip, and I'll come back with some more.
Now, Meghan, when you think of the idea of young people who should be thinking about whether they want to get vaccinated or not, and the ability to have this conversation in their school, do you think there's a better way to do what we're doing? Or do you think this is crazy? Yeah.
I think that first and foremost, that Kat Sadler is a great e-host. She has guest hosted this show with us. It's very scary to see someone like that who has been vaccinated who can still get COVID. And she's obviously very sick, and she wrote an Instagram post talking about how sick she is. So there's questions about the efficacy of the vaccine on top of everything right now. I think everyone should get vaccinated. We've been all saying this, as different as our political opinions are. Everyone on the show believes in the vaccine and believes that we should get vaccinated. I don't know what the answers to these problems are, because it's not just Republicans. When you get into statistics about demographics who are not being vaccinated, it's actually just really intellectually dishonest to put all the blame on the shoulders of Republicans. There's lots of demographics that are vaccine hesitant for a lot of different reasons, and we need to be reaching out to people in lots of different ways. I'm going to say it again. I don't think the White House is doing a good job reaching out to Republicans. I don't. I've offered my help. They haven't accepted it. They don't care. They need to find some Republican that's good enough to help them with outreach. I just want to say one more thing. There are a lot of different ways to die of COVID. This year, with statistics just came out that the drug overdose in the country rose by 30% in 2020. This is the highest recorded ever of opioid overdoses ever in the history of the United States of America. Almost 100,000 people died of drug overdoses this year. And people are blaming everything from isolation, depression, lockdowns, to doctors overprescribing opioids, which obviously exacerbates problems with trust between Americans and the medical community. My mother was a bad opioid addict when I was growing up. She is now, thank God, sober and clean and, living a great life, and she did not relapse during the pandemic. But I have two friends who went to rehab during the pandemic. I have been a part of more interventions in the past year than in my entire life. This is a very, very serious problem in this country that I think should be treated with the same seriousness that we are treating people not getting vaccinated, people who are feeling like they have no other options in life other than to take opioids and to, God forbid, abuse it and lose their life. Almost 100,000 Americans extra on top died of this year. And this is something that the White House and Americans and the medical community should be focusing on as well.
So actually, the White House didn't. Well, I mean, I guess they did ghost Meghan McCain because they did a briefing with Whoopi Goldberg and wanted to do a on-air camera representation of taking the vaccine with Meghan, with Whoopi, and with someone that is in the Biden administration. However, that fell out. And in addition to that, that briefing was given to Whoopi, so Meghan McCain did not know about it. So that's why I said they really didn't ghost her, but they did because they really didn't inform her about it. And I know she feels some type of way because she does have Joe Biden's personal phone number. And of course, she can't simply bother the man and be like, hey, come on now, I'm Meghan McCain. Get your people together. They don't want me to do this vaccination campaign. I should be able to do it. But I mean, hey, you bashed the administration, you bashed Joe Biden, you know him on a personal level. Joe Biden comforted you when you were in the early stages of grieving your father's death. And so you can't really blame the Biden administration for not giving you that communications that they gave Whoopi. You can't really blame them for that. And the Republican Party don't really like Meghan McCain. They really don't. I mean, Marjorie Taylor Greene don't like Meghan McCain. The Trump Republicans don't like the McCain family. So she would definitely be a terrible person to do a messaging to get to the radical side of the Republican Party. But on today's show, she is correct when she talked about, if we want to be intellectually honest about the situation, it's just not a Republican problem, because baby, it's a Southern problem as well. Here in Louisiana, according to the CDC, we are ranked 47 out of 50 states. We're on the lowest of the low, ranked in Louisiana for not being vaccinated, fully vaccinated. All right. There's a 36% when it comes to that. The South is ranking really low. We are number 47. The lowest of the low is actually, according to the CDC, Alabama is at 51 at 33.43%. And then you have Mississippi, number 50, and then Louisiana at number 47. And so not only are we poorly educated in the educational system, not only is the South at the lowest of the low in the education system and its curriculum, but with this whole vaccine and with healthcare, we are the lowest of the low. And so I'm not really surprised. And that, I have to say, I agree with Meghan McCain that this is not a Republican problem. This is actually the former administration that we had before. That's the problem. That's the reason why I'm still hesitant towards taking the vaccine. Even as a blogger, with me covering this, between the time discrepancies between when the vaccine's supposed to be coming out, with the former CDC director saying that it was supposed to come out later on in 2021, but Trump saying it's supposed to come out before then, and then it actually came out before then. So that made me extremely hesitant due to the emergency protocol of this, and then just my trust in Dr. Fauci. I'm one of those people that do not have trust in Dr. Fauci. The media is trying to cover it up, but I mean, there's a video, you can look it up on Facebook, and I played it on here before, when he said that masks are not effective. And this is not him saying they're not effective because there's a lack of PPEs. He explains it because even when you touch your mask, you're still, when you touch your mask and you put your hand away, you're throwing germs and viruses in the air and droplets and stuff like that. And I don't want y'all in the comments to be like saying, well, virus mutates, you need to do your research. That's the words that came out that man's mouth. Masks are not effective when it really was effective during that time. And they don't take a damn doctor to tell you it wasn't effective. And even to justify my statement and to justify the trolls in the comments or the people in the comments that can say I'm wrong, there's even an actual doctor, and I forget, somewhere in California, I talked about this in one of my videos, that said that was the wrong messaging for Dr. Fauci to talk about the masks the way he did. Okay? You have an actual doctor, and you have an actual doctor versus that's also working in administration that is really not smart enough to know about this. But then you have a doctor in California that tells you, okay, well, he was wrong. He should never have said that at first. And so that's what really happened. But of course, I fully blame the Trump administration. Dr. Fauci don't just annoy me. The Trump administration annoys me as well. With him hiding this, we could have definitely saved a lot of lives. With the Bob Woodward tapes exposing him. With him saying, just stupid stuff, injecting yourself with a disinfectant, with UV rays, getting rid of the COVID situation. So it's definitely you, the stupid people that voted for Trump. It's your fault as well. So you are the part of this, and you're the reason why we are in this situation as well. So no, it's not a Republican problem. A lot of people of color, a lot of black people, they're not vaccinated. A lot of people don't have trust in the government, which is definitely understandable. And so it's not just a Republican problem. That's just media propaganda. So I'm tired of the co-hosts on The View saying this, because it's not a Republican problem. I mean, Trump definitely started the situation, and his messaging towards getting the vaccine, although was bare to none, although he got one, and his the mannequin Melania got one as well. So it is what it is. I'm still hesitant towards taking it. But masks definitely work. It really do work. Wear your damn mask, whether you're vaccinated or not. Anyways, let me know. Stay in the comments below. Please do subscribe and click the bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload. Patreon.com/JOAJOA. Subscribe to my second channel, JOA TV. Deuces. Yeah.